Some pins.
Should be the pins, should be the bleeder screw and the bracket.
A little bleeder screw.
One shiny bleeder. You have to go throw that outside for a couple of days before we put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one's new? And the bracket, let's take a look at that bracket. So yeah, the SI has 2 bolts going through. The Type R has a bolt and then a nub. So the nub just takes, just aligns it. So yeah, I think it matches perfect. It's funny, it's like we talked about when you do something nice, then something else looks terrible. You see how grubby the battery looks? Looks like we found the battery in the junkyard and passed it back and forth between everyone else there.
It wasn't in a junkyard, but...
Yeah, but now it's got the fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
So we need to clean that, and I think one of our catch cans, you know what I was looking, is that threaded hole right there next to the brake line.
Yeah.
One of the eyelets lines up with that, and if we can make a bracket from the backside behind the battery so you can't see it,
Yeah.
the catch can will go right there. And then figure out how to get breather lines. We need one breather line here, and then...
Although this one down here, the S2000 ones we bought ought to fit in there.
Yeah, that's 2, so that's a dash 10. And then this is larger than 1/2 inch in it.
I believe so.
So we're gonna have to find something to go on there, maybe a piece of braided. Should have really cut that off and welded a dash 10 on it while we did it. Didn't think about that. We can fit a dash 12 on there, I think. Some dash 12 braided, so it looks good. And then make a join between dash 10 and dash 12 somewhere where you can't see it, so it lines up with the can. Oh well, one of those things. We have 2 ports in our catch can, so that's in the details. So we needed one of these. It sucks because these are not cheap anymore. But we needed to have the car make the necessary adjustments while it's running so we can run it in closed loop. And of course we use it for tuning also. A lot of people are going to say, why don't you just put it in open loop and tune it and let it rip? Well, this helps fine tune the engine, and there's obviously other parameters we can set up using this, so got to put it in. So like we say, yeah, I got them both right here. One of the sides was missing and the other one just had a bolt in there, so we're putting the right parts back in. These are the ones that should be here for this pin for the caliper. I know you guys use this trick, right? Alright, so I ordered a pair of these just based on the picture. The picture looked pretty good, and they were super cheap. I mean, they were really cheap, but as soon as I opened them, I really like them. You want to see what they look like in the car? They actually don't look awful, but they don't look good either. So we're not going to use them. I'm not going to tell you what I did with them because you get upset. But we do have another set coming for this. That was just like an experiment, like a gamble, you know. Didn't pay off. Alright, so let's go ahead and start bleeding. This is our sequence as per the Honda manual. Alright, so the cowl is back on. The rubber that came on the car, turned out it was not for this car. It's a rubber seal. It's like basically like a gasket that goes up on these clips. So we don't really need it for noise insulation, so we decided to use those Allen heads there. A little trick we've done in the past is you sand those and paint them with some epoxy, let them cure real good, and then they stay like that. Other thing we have over here is a catch can, or breather can is we're using it for. That is going to be tied in here pretty soon. We have our LHT CNC plaque that we made for it. And you see the reservoir for the radiator, that's mounted. And again, goes with the whole color scheme of it. The engine bay is almost done. A few little things are still going to be addressed, and a few little things that are going to be changed. A few people asked about these battery terminals. Let me show you what I got for these. Alright, so let me show you what I got right here. This was a finding by George. He was hunting around for a better option. These don't look like the pictures.
No?
Remember the pictures that were like gold looking?
Yeah. As long as they fit, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Better than the little parts for a clamp on, guys.
That's what the picture looks like. Why does that look kind of nice and gold looking, and ours looks like dirt? I mean, it looks the same shape, but this one looks like it's nicely gold, like one of those stereo connectors.
Yeah, it almost looks like, it says copper in the thing, and this isn't quite copper unless it's been kind of coated copper, but it looks like lead to me.
Well, now they're on there, I agree, they don't look as bulky.
Yeah.
Again, keep in mind, we're not trying to make a show car here. We're just trying to make it clean. So someone's going to link us to all kinds of cool, you know, gold connectors, which this isn't what we're going for here. And again, we just popped this battery back in so we could start her up and do a couple of things. That's not how the wire orientation goes. We have them actually a little bit cleaner than that. Anyway, that's what you get for 12 bucks or whatever they were. Alright, so we've been coming up with a throttle cable idea. This is one that we decided to go with. There you go, there's a part number. If it helps you, go ahead and copy that. I'll try and remember to put it in the description, however, I'll be honest, I'll probably forget. So we're trying to make a throttle cable that doesn't go right over this pipe and sit and rub on that pipe and then be, you know, like a guitar string to the firewall. So this one is a longer cable. And also what this has is a turn down as it comes out the firewall, which is that plastic piece right there. That will turn down and then we can put it under things. And it's a pretty long cable. Now keep in mind it might not be a direct fit, meaning the inner length isn't correct, so in that case we can change this position, we can lengthen it or change the angle or both. We have the technology to cut and weld. Alright, so I'm going to show you about this battery terminal just in case someone's interested in buying these. It's actually funny, now I sanded it, it's actually gone gold.
Oh, give a little cleanup.
Yeah, I sanded it just to make sure I got all the contaminations out of it, so maybe it is copper, it's just the tarnish that comes on. So basically it comes with a little solder joint right here, a little nub of solder. You're going to clean it, you're going to drop that solder in there, you're going to cut your wire back and it's going to go in there. I'm going to go get some heat shrink to see if I can push it down here, and then when it's on, heat shrink that. Alright, so back to my demonstration. So you're going to cut this back. This is the heat shrink I'm using. This is that marine grade, the stuff that we used in the past. It's got like a glue in it. Trick is push that far away from your heat joint as possible, because as soon as this sucker gets warm, it's going to start shrinking. Get your terminal. It came with a little, basically a little solder. Well, that's what we do, is heat it and push solder in. So this should just fit in here. It looked like it did. Oh, look at that. Alright, so next thing push your heat shrink all the way. Well, actually, those little nubs right there, go ahead and knock those off. So those little drops on there, I just knocked them off just so when this goes on here, it's nice and smooth. Again, this is the marine grade heat shrink. Again, just use your torch. Keep a little distance from here. You don't want to burn it, you just want to get it warm. Do it even. And you see it shrinking on there. You go a little bit more and you see the glue come out. There we go. So it seals that, and the glue actually helps it from getting any water in there, and it helps, you know, strengthen this joint too. So that looks cleaner. I'm gonna put the black corrugated coating on there too to kind of finish it off. All right, so that looks a little bit cleaner, right? Again, it's not going to seam it, but we do want it to look cleaner, and those ties look better than expected.